Hello there, how are we doing? So let's begin working on our project, but before we do that, there are still a few more things such as getting this bootstrap. So let's get the bootstrap CDN, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use 3.3.7, okay? Because it is still, it's not stable. And I've been working on this 3.3.7, so that really works for this project. So if you're comfortable, super comfortable with using full, feel free to use that, but I'm going to use the 3.3.7, okay? Bootstrap 3.3.7 CDN. Okay, let's get bootstrap min.css. Yep, copy. And then let's go to index.html and let's create a link and let's paste that in. Min.bootstrap theme. We're going to get this bootstrap.min.css. Again, not the theme. Okay, min.css. Copy. Paste. Okay, so we got the minified CSS. We also need the JS. We might not actually need this, but I'm just going to have it anyway. Bootstrap min.js, copy. Okay. This will be useful if you want to use the collapse navigation. Okay, so every time I paste, I don't know why it does like that. JavaScript bootstrap min.js. Okay, so we have that, and for this to work, we need Jquery as well. So you might not actually want this, but I'm going to have it anyway. Okay, so this will help me to have the navigation bar menu collapse in the mobile version. Okay, so let's do this. It doesn't hurt. So where is it? Jquery CDN. Okay, let's get this one, minified version. Okay, and make sure if you're using this, you put on top of this one, otherwise it won't work. Otherwise it doesn't work. Okay, so script source. Now every time I do this copy paste, it happens for some reason. jQuery.minified.js, right? Minified.js. Okay, let's paste it. That's it. You're done. Done with this link. We have the JavaScript bootstrap and jQuery. All right. The next thing is, before we start writing any code, I know you're desperate to start writing, but we gotta do one more thing, and that is setting up the Firebase so that we can use this connect our application to the Firebase. Okay, so let's do that, and we're done with all this. Okay, so I'm sure you have Google account. If not, create one. So firebase.google.com. Okay, so I'm going to use another account. Okay, so what I can do is I can go, you can click on get started once you're logged in with a Google account, okay, Gmail. Okay, so I have these projects already. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add one more. Okay, so there's a limitation. They can, I think, let you 5 or 6. I already have 5 or 6. Let's give it a try if it works. Wow, it looks like it works. Okay, so my awesome project, give it a name. What do we call it? Diary. Create a project. Beautiful. It let me create more than 5 this time. Amazing. Thank you, Firebase. Firebase real-time database is extremely fast. However, the interface is not so fast. Okay. All right. So get started here. So we're interested in the web app, so it could be used on iOS and Android as well, right? Pretty amazing. So let's click in this one. Okay, so let's copy this. We don't need a script, but we can get rid of it. Let's copy this one. Let's go to our application, and what we're going to do is we're going to create a folder in the root, okay, for not folder, just a file for Firebase. Okay, so create a new file and let's name it firebase.js. All right, so let's paste that in. So let's get rid of the script tag, let's get rid of this one, and what we're going to do is, remember we installed this Firebase package, so we're going to import that. Okay, so import everything. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to import everything using this symbol. Okay, import everything as Firebase. Okay, so that we can use as Firebase from Firebase node module. Okay, so import everything as Firebase from Firebase. Okay, and this is the initializing we got from the Firebase. We have the API key, the domain. This is the domain. We have the database URL. We have the project ID, storage bucket, all this stuff. Okay. Now, what we need to do is we need to export the export variable database, so that we can use in our application. So what we're going to do is export const. We can name it anything, like I'm going to name it database, so it makes sense, right? So export const database equals to, so we want to use this database, so it will refer to this initialization. Okay, so export database equals to Firebase dot database. Now this is the actual method that you get with Firebase. So Firebase, I'm pointing to the database, and then I'm creating a reference. Okay, a reference called nodes. Okay, in your database, it's like a traditional database. If you had, you would create a new table called nodes, something like that. Yeah? So go to the Firebase database and create this reference nodes. So every time we'll create something, it will be available in /nodes. Okay, so let's save this one and let's have a look at this Firebase console. Okay, so what you can do is you can go to Firebase here, and you can see your folder name if you need to go back to other ones. Okay, so now let's click and get started. And this is what I was talking about. This is the URL, and we get this anytime we push new data to here, it will create in the .com/nodes. Okay, so this is a JSON database. Okay, it's JSON structure. Data will be stored in the JSON format. Okay, so objects key value pairs. Simple as that. We could manually create, but what we're going to do is we're going to actually build a form and push from there. I don't really like hard coding stuff here. Okay, so now before we do that, because we have just started and we haven't implemented the authentication system, now there will be a problem. So in order to fix that, we gotta change the rules, because by default only the logged in authenticated ones will have the writing and reading authority, right? So rules, read and write authentication is set to null. Not equals to null, that means required. What you can do is you can change this to true. No auth, yes, true. Setting to true. Just change from null to true. And later we will come back and change this. Okay. Now publish. Beautiful. Now we are ready to start building this awesome application. Okay. So in the very next video, we're going to start coding our application. I will see you in the very next video. Thank you.